the goalpost seems to be changing with our leaders. What is black is not white, and it's gray, and with all so the law has broken down by the people who are supposed to uphold it and control us so that we citizens can abide it. It's very true now. The only way to solve this for Malaysia, for 30 million citizens, caused by the leaders, a handful of leaders and their cronies who have run amok. So the only way to control the snake is to catch the head. Now my question then is very simple. There are so many respected people like yourselves, our past presidents, our past prime ministers, deputy ministers, out there, high-level civil servants. Can there not be an opening to have an appearance with our king? Because I'm sure somewhere in the Constitution says that a king can appoint the prime minister. He appoints, but he cannot dismiss unless the prime minister does something unlawful. Now, that is one area not for us, but that is definitely one area. But you'll learn it, like our very respected Kisang has said. You need a handful of past leaders that we respect. And these are the real patriots to save Malaysia. Because the damage is too much. What is the point of waiting another elections? Maybe 18 months after a national, government. Why wait? Don't we have enough proof? Haven't we been misled enough? Thank you very much.
You are now realizing that the Prime Minister in this country is the most powerful man in the country. He has all power. It is a system that Dr. Mahathir actually refined, and he is impossible to remove. It is a political reality in this country, I'm afraid. And the only means, okay, you can call everybody, all of us can be there, you can call people from, past prime minister, etc., etc. They are powerless. We are actually powerless at the end of the day to do anything except to try and change public opinion, which we will do if we come out in large enough numbers. But for me, the answer lies with our parliamentarians. They need to have the numbers. That's the only thing that counts in our parliamentary system of democracy. The numbers who support the Prime Minister, that is what counts. If you want that to change, you've got to change those numbers. You've got to make sure the numbers move elsewhere. That's the only way to do it. No point us talking and, even this whole idea of national government. We said you must have an emergency parliamentary sitting. Why? Because unless you get the majority agreeing, it cannot happen. So unfortunately, that is our system. So frankly, I think it's a numbers game. All those who are unhappy they know what they should be doing. I actually think that if the numbers are large enough, things could change. That's how it can happen. It happened in Perak. It was just a numbers issue, and it changed. But apart from that, the Prime Minister, investigations are going on, and you can see how that is thwarted. Why? Because the levers of power are in their hands. And that is the sad truth about our country. And that's why when we fix the system, that is one of the first things we must do. We must bring limited terms for Prime Minister and other such positions. You cannot be Prime Minister for more than 2 terms. We must bring that in so that we never suffer this nonsense again. We need to have reform of Parliament. Parliament must reform so that the leaders, party leaders and all of them are afraid to do anything that's against the law because they are accountable to Parliament. Right now, The Prime Minister, unfortunately, doesn't think he is accountable to anyone and is carrying on in this fashion. But, you know, we'll have to wait and see what happens to that.